back to the Solo Promoter YouTube channel, and welcome back to some more Squared Circle wrestling action. This is going to be a fun card. We've got 6 matches. We're coming to you from December 5th, 1985, from the Nassau Coliseum on Long Island, New York. And we've got, as I said, 6 big matches. A couple things what I'm doing here is going back through some of the old WWF results. I found that a lot of times they would put the main event sort of in the middle of the card. There would almost be like 2 main events, but I saw a lot of matches. Now, this wasn't always the case, but I saw a lot of things where Hulk Hogan would be like the 3rd match on the card, and then there would be another match, another big feud match or something at the end of the card. And since the past couple times I've played this, I've kind of split the videos in 2. I've decided that that's kind of what I'm going to do. We're going to have sort of a... So we'll do 3 matches. The 3rd match will be sort of like a big deal, and then we'll take a break, and then the next video we'll go through the other 3 matches on the card. We're just going to see how this works. I am going to be playing as written, using the 10-sided die and all that kind of stuff. The only thing I'm not going to do is there's a few matches on the card where I'm not going to use the wrestling raffle chart. Our opening match is Mario Mancini versus Barry O. And so we are not going to use the wrestling raffle chart on this. This is a 10-minute time limit match. And yeah, this should be, these are, at least in this Fed, these are the first times that these 2 guys are wrestling, Mario Mancini and Barry O. I also wanted to show you, I kind of redid my tracker. Now, I will put these up at promotertoolbox.com, but I will say that these are written for the Mac, Apple, iPad app called Numbers. I think you can open this in Excel, but what I'm very excited about this is as they start losing points, it should be color-coded as to what level the wrestler is, and it should sort of streamline making myself knowing what level the wrestlers are on. All right, so again, the way I do the dice is Mario Mancini will be red, Barry O will be blue, and the red is always the tens place, so I don't have to keep switching die and stuff like that. All right, so we got Mario Mancini versus Barry O. Again, no wrestling raffle chart, but everything else is as normal. So we got a 3 and a 3 right off the top, so we're going to re-roll that. We got a 3 and a 10, so that's going to be Barry O is going to start things off. And Barry O hits a 26, which is an elbow, and that is 5 plus 2. So 7 points there. I should say that Mario Mancini has a whopping 100 points. Barry O has 130 points. And this is a 10-minute time limit match. So, as I say that, I should be able to tell you that this will be 50 moves. 50 moves. All right. So here we go. We roll again, and this time Mario Mancini is in control and rolls a 64, which is just a punch. 8 plus 4 is 12. So pretty big punch there. Here we go. And again, Barry O in control, and Barry O rolls a 4. That's a grapple. Counts as 2 moves, yet no points damage there. A 3 and a 4, Barry O again in control, and rolls a yo 11. That is a snapmare. 1 plus 5 is 6 points, about as good as you could do on points for that without rolling a 6. Here we go, Mario Mancini coming back. Mario Mancini with a 24. That's going to be a forearm. 7 plus 3 is 10. As these 2 prelim guys start heating it up. We got a 3 and a 2. That's Mario Mancini. And Mario Mancini with an 85. That's going to be a punch. So that's 8 plus 5 is 13. And my little my little program here has told me that Barry O has now entered into level 1. So kind of happy that I figured that out, how to do that. I am not a spreadsheet expert. Let's see, a 5 and a 10, that's Barry O. Barry O in control. 37, forearm, 7 plus 4 is 11. And now Mario Mancini has entered level 1. And that is a 10. That is Mario Mancini in control. And Mario Mancini with a 78. That's another punch. 8 plus 2 is 10. And a 1 and a 7. That's Barry O. Barry O with a 36. That's a forearm. 7 plus 2 is 9. As we are now 10 moves in. Mario Mancini gains control. Mario Mancini with a 73. That's another punch. 8 plus 2 is 10. And Barry O has now moved to level 2. And we got a 1 and a 7. That's Barry O. And an 8 and a 3 is a throw into turnbuckle. 8 plus 6 is 14, and Mario Mancini now on level 2. And that's going to be Mario Mancini in control. 78, that's another punch. 8 plus 1 equals 9. Oops, let me re-roll those. We've got, I'm going to re-roll that again because as I moved this, a 2 and a 1, Mario Mancini in control again. 76, that's another punch. 8 plus 3 is 11. And Barry O now down to 55 points. There's Barry O in control. And Barry O with a 5 and a, 52. And that's going to be a punch. 7. This will be 13 points. And Mario Mancini now to level 3. And a 10 and a 1. Mario Mancini firing back. Mario Mancini with a 17. That's a forearm. 7 plus 3 is 10. And Barry O now moved to level 3. And a 6 and a 10. That's Barry O in control. And that is a 13, which is a knee. 4 plus 3 equals 7. So not big points there, but some points. And Barry O again in control. And 48 is a punch. 7 plus 6 is 13. And Mario Mancini has now moved to level 4. And Mario Mancini in control for this round anyway. And that's an 85, so that's a punch. 8 plus 5 is 13 points. Mario Mancini, I'm noticing, does not have a finisher. So even if he gets Barry O down to negative 50, I guess we treat it as an A move. 8 and 4, that's Barry O again. Barry O with a 30 is an elbow drop. 8 plus 3. Mario Mancini now with 9 points. A 2 and a 4, Barry O in control again. And that is a 100, which is a small package, so there's no points. This is an E finisher. So E finisher, small package, and he is at level 4. So it is going to be 116 and 84. So here we go. That's a 25. So that is a 1 count. 16, 27. Now he has to beat an 84. And he gets an 18. So no, he doesn't beat them. I will count that as one move for the pin, and the match will continue. A 6 and a 2, that's Mario Mancini in control. And that is, I'm going to re-roll that because that was a leaner, as Rob likes to say. A 9 and a 9, so that's a 99. That's a punch. and that will be 12 points. And Barry O now moved to level 4. A 9 and a 9. We're not doing the wrestling raffle chart here. We've got a 6 and a 5. That's Mario Mancini again. 44 is a punch for 9 points. And a 10 and a 3. That's a Mario Mancini again. And an 86. So that'll be a punch for 9 points. Another big punch. Barry O now down to 2 points. And a 7 and a 5. That's Barry O. Barry O with a 65. That's a shoulder block for 7 points. And we are now at the 5-minute mark of this 10-minute time limit match. 7 and a 4. That's Barry O. And Barry O rolls an 86. So that's a throw and a turnbuckle. 14 points. And now Mario Mancini is at negative 2 points. Negative 12 points. A 9 and a 1. Mario Mancini, though, coming back. And gets a 23 forearm. 7 plus 5 is 12 points. And now Barry O is into the negative numbers with a negative 10. And that's Mario Mancini again. 54 is another punch. 8 plus 6 is another 14. So, Barry O now down to negative 25. That is a leaner. We'll re-roll for the control again. 10, that's Barry O. And he rolls a 42. That is a kick. 7 plus 5 is 12. Negative 24. They both have negative 24. And this will be the 30th move of the match. That's going to be Barry O in control. And it is a 4, which is a grapple. Counts as 2 moves, but no points. As we move to 31 moves in the match. And 9, that's going to be Barry O. And a 37 is a forearm. 7 plus 4 is an 11. And there is an 8 and a 7, so that's Mario Mancini. Mario Mancini rolls a 66. That is a punch. 8 plus 2 is 10. And just 1 point separates them in terms of power points. We've got a 9 and a 7. That's Mario Mancini again. Mario Mancini with an 8. That's a forearm. 7 plus 3 is another 10 points. And Barry O, very dangerous, dangerously close to getting to the negative 55 section. We've got a 6 and a 5. That's going to be Mario Mancini again. And we've got an 86. So that's a punch plus 2 is another 10 points. All right. We're going to take a quick little break. All right, we are back. If Mario Mancini gets control here, he'll be able to roll whatever his move is, which would be funny, a forearm or a punch, as a finishing maneuver against Barry O, because Barry O is now at negative 54. So let's see who gets the control here. And that's going to be Barry O gets control. 34 is going to be a forearm. 7 plus 4 is 11. So, Mario Mancini is just now at negative 46, so he has not crossed over that negative 50 yet. Let's see who gets control here. Barry O gets control again, and he rolls a 45. That is a punch. 7 plus 2 is 9, and now he is negative 55. So, whoever wins control here can go for a pin with that move as the finishing maneuver. And Barry O is going to get it. Now, he has to roll between 55 and 100. 50 and 100, and that will become the finishing maneuver. I got to redo that because that was a leaner. it was leaning up against. I got to get a better dice tray. 23. No, so it doesn't. It's not a finishing move. That is an elbow. 5 plus 2 is 7. And we are now at 38 moves. And we got a 3 and a 2. That's Mario Mancini. So if he rolls a 50 or above, he rolls a 36, which is a punch. 8 plus 1 is 9. So they're looking to finish this off. That's Barry O. Barry O wants to get a 50 or above maneuver. No, only a 5. That's a grapple. Counts as 2 moves. And we are now 9 moves away from a time limit draw here. The thrilling match between 2. That's a grapple. Counts as 2 moves. I think I did that wrong. I think that was a control roll, which means Mario Mancini won control. Now we're rolling here. Rolls a 40. That is a punch worth 14 points, but not enough to be a finisher. Let's see. He has not hit negative 100 yet. All right, here we go. For control. And we got an 8 and a 7, so that's Mario Mancini again. And he rolls a 36. That's another punch for 11 points. Rolling for control. 2 and a 7, that's Barry O. Now, Barry O can roll a 50 or higher. He can go for a pin. He rolls a 19, which is a knee, for 7 points. We are now 6 moves away from the time limit. And we got a 3 and an 8. That's Barry O again. And a 26. Can't seem to roll over. That's an elbow for 9 points. And we are 5 moves away from the time limit. And we got a 7 and a 6. That's Mario Mancini. Mario Mancini with a 66 plus 6 points. So that is 14, and that will be an A-rated finisher here on, let me just make sure he hasn't crossed over into 100. He has. So this is an A-rated finisher. So Mario Mancini may get a victory here. Has to be better than a 1. Gets it. 27. Has to be better than a 1 again. 80. Gets it. Has to be better than a 2. And there you go, 96. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is none other than Mario Mancini. Wins with a punch in a very drawn-out match here that almost went the time limit. We were 4 moves away. All right, so I'm going to jot down these results and we'll be right back with our next match. We are back for our next match, and it is going to pit Iron Sheik versus Ivan Putski. Classy Freddie Blassie in the corner of the Iron Sheik, taking on the Polish power Ivan Putski. This is going to be a 20-minute time limit match, which means 70 moves. And we're going to play their full power points. Iron Sheik is at a 640. Ivan Putski is at a 420. And we'll be playing with 10-sided die. And here we go. Iron Sheik will be red. Ivan Putski will be blue. And that is Iron Sheik going to start things off against Polish power Ivan Putski. I'm going to re-roll that because that was a leaner up on the side there. And, a 96. A 96 is the camel clutch right at the beginning. And that is going to be, it counts as 4 moves. And it is going to be a whopping 49 points right at the beginning. Okay, I just had to adjust my thing here. All right, so let's see. That is a double asterisk, so we are going to roll. Ivan Putski is still at level 0, but this is a level A finisher. So level 0 at A. So the first roll is better than a 1. Yes. Better than a 16. No. So Ivan Putski able to power his way out of that. But some big damage done there right at the beginning. All right, let's see. We've got a 7 and a 9. That is Ivan Putski. Ivan Putski with a 67. That is a punch. 10 plus 4 is 14 points. And Ivan Putski again in control with a 45. That is another punch. 10 plus 5 is 15. 6 and 3. That's Iron Sheik is getting it there. A 29 is a stomp with those pointy boots for 11 points. And rolling for control. 4 and 3. Iron Sheik again. Iron Sheik. That is a bit of a leaner there on the red die. 92. And that is going to be a cannonball. 14 plus 4 is 18 points. As Ivan Putski down 78 points. Ivan Putski, though, coming back. And he rolls a 25. That is a kick. 9 plus 5 is 14. And Iron Sheik wins control now. And that is a 6. That is going to be a takedown. Plus 2 plus 4 is 6. And Ivan Putski has moved to level 1. And that is Iron Sheik again in control. And rolls a 26. That is going to be a kick. And that is 12 plus 3 is 15. 2 and a 7. That's Ivan Putski. Ivan Putski with a 22, which will be a test of strength. Counts as 3 moves. So 6 plus 4 is 10 points. And, all right, continuing on. 10, that's going to be Iron Sheik. Iron Sheik, we are not using the wrestling raffle chart for this one. A 97 locks him back in the camel clutch for another 49 points. And that is going to count as 4 moves. And that is a finisher with Putski now being at level 1. So let's see. Level 1, it's an A finisher. So he has to do better than a 1. Gets it there. Has to do better than a 14. I'm going to re-roll that because it popped over the top there. 97 has to beat an 85. 86! Ladies and gentlemen, Ivan Putski submits to the camel clutch. Wow, what a match. The fans not happy, but right there, fair in the middle of the ring after only 18 moves, the Iron Sheik is able to make Polish Power Ivan Putski submit. And there you have it. We will be right back with our next match. Stay tuned, everybody. All right, we are back for our final match for this video. This is sort of the halfway through of the card. This will be a tag team match. It is a 30-minute time limit, so 180 moves is the total. And this is going to be the dream team of Greg the Hammer Valentine, Brutus Beefcake, with Johnny V in their corner versus the Killer Bees. The Killer Bees are an A tag team, and the Dream Team are a B tag team. So if we need to tag out, we have the tag team charts right here. But we're going to start with Greg Valentine versus Jim Brunzell. Dream Team will be red. Jim Brunzell or Killer Bees will be blue. And we got an 84. That's going to be Greg Valentine. Greg Valentine with a 56. Big chop. And that is going to be 5 plus 3 is 8 against Jim Brunzell. And I just want to make sure that yes, okay, that did track correctly. I'm using a new tracker over here. We got 8 and 9. That's Jim Brunzell in control. And a 43 is a punch. 8 plus 1 is 9. So Greg Valentine now feeling some pain. And Greg Valentine back in control. And rolls a 47. That's going to be a kick. 8 plus 4 is 12 points. We would use the wrestling raffle chart for this if we get a tie. It's interesting how we've only had 1 or 2 ties so far this session. Greg Valentine going to win control there and rolls a 78, and that is a body slam. 15 plus 2 is 17. And 5, Greg Valentine in control again. And rolls a 100. That is the figure 4. So that is 40 plus 2 is 42 points. It counts as 4 moves. And let's see. Jim Brunzell is still on level 0. So we will roll here. It is, let's see, that is an A move on level 0. So it has to be better than a 1. 91 has to be better than a 16. 91 has to be better than a 93. 79. So no submission there. Jim Brunzell not quite giving up. And Greg Valentine still in control. And rolls a 25. That will be an elbow drop. 13 plus 5 is another 18 points of damage on Jim Brunzell, who desperately needs to tag out. Let's see. Oh, he gets the chance here. He is going to try and tag out. He gets in control. He's an A-rated tag team. And the roll is a 31. Successfully makes the tag. So in comes B. Brian Blair. And we will roll for control again. 8 and a 7. B. Brian Blair in control. And rolls a 27. That's an elbow. And that is 6 plus 4 is 10 points on Greg Valentine by Jim Brunzell. And 8 and a 3, that's Greg Valentine in control. And a 65 is going to be a punch. 8 plus 4 is 12 on B. Brian Blair. First damage for him. And we got a 3 and a 5. That's B. Brian Blair. And he rolls, we're going to re-roll that because it was up on the edge there. He rolls an 81. Ooh, just under. That's going to be a body slam. 15 plus 3 is 18 points on Greg the Hammer Valentine. Greg Valentine looking like he wants to tag out here. Let me back this up a little bit. And it's a 6 and a 10. That's B. Brian Blair. And a 62 is a punch. That is 8 plus 1 is another 9 points. Greg Valentine really hoping he can tag out here soon. 5 and a 3. He is going to try for the tag. They are a B-rated team. And the roll is an 11. You cannot make the tag. Your opponent drags you back into the center of the ring and executes 2 offensive moves. Counts as 2. So here's the first offensive move. A 97. That is a thrust kick for 11 points on Greg Valentine. And then the second move is going to be a 77, which is a body slam. 15 plus 5 is 20 points on Greg the Hammer Valentine. Valentine desperately needing the tag here. 10, he's going to try it again. Going to try to tag. And the roll is a 72. You successfully make the tag and your partner comes into the ring, a house of fire. Your partner executes 2 offensive moves on the opponent in the ring. They also punch one of the other wrestlers on the team. In a multi-man match, the puncher may choose who they punch. Counts as 3 moves. So 2 offensive moves. Beefcake coming in. He's going to hit 2 offensive moves on B. Brian Blair. So the first one is a 51. That is a punch. 8 plus 3 is 11 on B. Brian Blair. And then he gets another offensive move on B. Brian Blair. A 69, which is another punch. 8 plus 5 is 13. And then he gets one move on Jim Brunzell. Well, he gets a punch on Jim Brunzell, which is 8 plus 3, which is 11 points. So Brutus Beefcake coming in, clearing house. We got a 4 and a 1. That's Beefcake in control again. And a 77, which is a clothesline. 16 plus 6 is a 22 points on B. Brian Blair. Rolling 4 control. We're going to re-roll that because it was a leaner. A 5 and a 6. B. Brian Blair back in control. Rolls a 6. That is a takedown. It is plus 0, plus 5, but he's able to stop the momentum of Brutus Beefcake. And a 10 and a 2, but Beefcake's coming back with a 22, which is a forearm. 7 plus 4 is 11 on B. Brian Blair. And let's see, we are 21 moves into this. I'm going to re-roll that because it was a leaner. 4 and a 4, so that's Wrestling Raffle Chart. Here we go. We got a 54. The trailing wrestler automatically wins the next control roll. So let me see who is trailing here. Beefcake has 770 and Brian Blair has 561. So B. Brian Blair wins the control roll and rolls a 75 for a big clothesline. 16 plus 4 is 20 points of damage. And that's an 8 and a 2. B. Brian Blair keeping the momentum going here. And the roll is a 10. That is an armbar. Counts as 2 moves. And for 6 points of damage. Rolling 4 control. And we get a 7 and a 5. That's Brutus Beefcake. Brutus Beefcake with a 68 is a punch. 8 plus 2 is 10 points of damage on B. Brian Blair. Roll for control again. A 5 and a 5. We're back from me saying that we haven't rolled on the Wrestling Raffle Chart. Now we're back to it a lot. And the roll is an 80. So we will head back to number 80, which I think will be on this page. Free tag. In a tag match, the wrestler with the fewer points can make a free tag if they choose so without having to roll for a successful tag. This is not a tag team match or a multi-person match. The rest of this raffle roll has still occurred, and we go back to the match, return to the next control roll. Let's see. Jim Brunzell, he is going to make the tag. He is going to make a free tag to Jim Brunzell, and we head back to a control roll. We got a 5 and a 9. That's Jim Brunzell. Jim Brunzell with a 94. That is going to be a sunset flip. Double asterisk moves. There's no points there. But this will be a C move. A level C move against Beefcake. Beefcake's current level He is still at level 0. So we will see what happens here. Has to be better than a 6. 96 gets it. Has to be better than 26. Oops, going to re-roll that. Has to be better than 26. 43 gets it. Has to be better than 96. 73. Beefcake able to kick out there. And we will roll for control again. And they get a 1 and a 1, and we are back to the wrestling raffle chart. I shouldn't have said anything about it. Now it's all there is. The roll's a 3. Both wrestlers roll 3d10. The wrestler with the lowest cumulative points of rolls has been busted wide open after getting their head rammed into the top of the post. Okay, so this is for Beefcake. 6, 8, 9, and this is for Brunzell. 6, 16. Okay, so Brunzell's going to win. So Beefcake is busted wide open. 1d6 plus 35 damage. So 40 points of damage to Brutus Beefcake. Yikes. And let me finish the rest of that. They are a bloody mess. For the remainder of the match, they will lose 1 point on the control roll. If this is a tag team match or a person match, it will apply to that wrestler only and not his team. If number 3 and 4 rolled in the match and the same wrestler is busted open, the damage apply. Okay, All right, so Beefcake now for the rest of the match has a -1 to his control roll. And so that's going to be Jim Brunzell in control. And that is a 3. That is going to be a grapple. Counts as 2 moves, no damage. And we're coming up on 30 moves here, so a far cry away from the 180 moves needed for the time limit. A 6, that's actually an 8, but Beefcake still wins, even though he has the -1. And rolls an 83. Body slam 15 plus 6 is a 21 to Jim Brunzell. I think Beefcake, if he gets control again, he's probably going to tag out. He does get control, so he's going to try and tag out. They are a B-rated team. 98. Your tag partner, you tag, your partner enters the ring, and you perform a tag team maneuver. Consult your tag team move set. So that is this over here. Sorry, I bumped the camera. So Valentine, now the legal man in the ring. But let's see what we get here. We got a 39. One whips into the other's boot. 13 plus 5 is 18. And so that is 18 points on Jim Brunzell. And Jim Brunzell has now entered level 1. And he is in there against Greg the Hammer Valentine. And it is a tie, but mine... Oh, no. So it's a tie. So we go back to the wrestling raffle chart. And we roll a 68. 68 will be back over here. 68. The wrestlers in the ring bury each other in the ground game, grappling, reversing moves, chain wrestling for 10 moves. 10 in a tag team match as well. So this will just be 10 moves of them wrestling back and forth with no points, bringing us up to 42 points, or 42 moves. Sorry. 10 and 4, that's going to be Greg Valentine. Greg Valentine with a 19 is going to be an elbow. 7 plus 5 is 12 points there. And a 6 and a 4, that's Brunzell. Brunzell in control and rolls a 63, which is a shoulder to stomach. 7 plus 4 is 11. And I think if Brunzell wins control again, he's going to want to tag out, but we will see what happens. He does win control. He is going to try and tag. They are an A-rated team. and rolls a 21. You successfully make the tag. So here comes B. Brian Blair in, and we will roll for control. We get a 10 and a 3, so that's going to be Valentine. And Valentine with a 75. That is a reverse atomic drop. 8 plus 3 is 11 points on B. Brian Blair. And rolling for control. And I'm going to re-roll for control. A 7 and an 8. That's going to be B. Brian Blair. Rolls a 96. And a 96 is a hamstring pull, which is 8 points of damage on Greg Valentine. And we will continue. 46 moves into the match. We've got a 2 and a 4. That's B. Brian Blair. 55. That is going to be a punch. That is 8 plus 5 is 13 points on Greg Valentine. B. Brian Blair still in control. I keep kind of shifting this over. Sorry about that. I'm trying to keep this in here so you can see it. 85. Ooh, and an 85 is a roll-up. It is a double star, so no points. But this is a D ranking. And let's see, Greg Valentine is still at level 0. So this is a D move at level 0. So it's got to be better than a 6. Gets it. Got to be better than a 31. Gets it. Got to be better than a 98. Does not get it. So Valentine able to kick out there from that move from B. Brian Blair. And B. Brian Blair still in control. And that is a 36. So that is a kick. 8 plus 3, another 11 points. And we will roll for control. And that is Greg Valentine in control. And Greg Valentine with a 58. That is a chop. 5 plus 2 is 7 on B. Brian Blair. Finally, he's able to do some damage. He's been getting whipped around enough. A 6 and a 1. That's Valentine again. Valentine with a 5. That is going to be a grapple. Counts as 2 moves as we move to 52 moves. And we got a 5 and a 2. That's Valentine again. And a 7. That is an armbar. Counts as 2 moves. 1 plus 1 is 2 points against B. Brian Blair. And a 5 and a 1. That is going to be Valentine again. And rolls a 73. 73 is a shoulder to the stomach for 12 points. And still chugging along here. Brunzell, the only person to drop a level, or gain a level, I guess it is. A 9 and a 4. Greg Valentine in control, rolls a 92, and that's going to be a feet on the ropes pin. The feet on the ropes pin for Greg Valentine has an automatic pin chance of 120-94. So there won't be any points to this, but he's going to try the pin here. So has to be better than a 1. 81 gets it. Has to be better than a 20. Does not get it. B. Brian Blair able to kick out of there. We'll say Jim Brunzell kicked Greg Valentine's feet off the ropes. Rolling for control. B. Brian Blair now in control. And he rolls an 87, which is another roll-up, another quick roll-up. So Valentine still at level 0, but this is another roll-up, and this is a D move. D move, level 0, so better than a 6. 100 gets it, better than a 31. 48 gets it, better than a 98. 91, oh, so close. So there is, count that as another move. All right, B. Brian Blair, very close there. 2 and a 6, he is still in control. And rolls a 57, that's going to be a punch. 8 plus 2 is 10. Let's see. How many points? Valentine's going to try and look to tag out if he gains control again. He does get control, so he's going to try and tag out. They have a B rating, 88. Your tag partner enters the ring, and you perform a tag team maneuver. So Beefcake, now the legal man in the ring, and we will roll on the tag team chart. That's one move for the tag. And we got a 36. 36 is one holds, other hits a top rope elbow. 19 plus 6. 25 points. A big 25 points on B. Brian Blair. And now B. Brian Blair has moved to level 1. All right, let's see if Beefcake can still control. We are only 60 moves in, so not even halfway through the time limit here. We got a 10, that's Beefcake. And the roll is a 1, so that is a cheat. So we move to the cheat chart here. And we will roll an 8-sided die. Let me find the red one here. Wait. Is that an 8-sided? Yeah. Here we go. Let's see what we get. 3. Your manager gives you a foreign object to use in the ring. If you have no man, okay, we do it again. You use it with 25 damage. All right, so let's see. 25 plus 4 is 29 points of damage. And let's see. But you do not go for your pin. Your opponent, however, is a bloody mess. You have a 5% chance on being disqualified. Roll 1 through 5 on 2d10. All right, so he has to get better. He has to get better than a 5 here. 4, that is a disqualification. The ref sees the foreign object, and Beefcake and Valentine are disqualified. What an ending there. This match was chugging along, but ends in a disqualification, and perhaps the beginnings of a brief feud starting here. So B. Brian Blair gets the victory after Brutus Beefcake DQ'd after a using a foreign object. That's going to do it for this video, but I want to thank you all for watching. Part 2 of this card will be happening in the next video, and you are going to see matches such as the Tonga Kid versus Jesse the Body Ventura. George Wells takes on newcomer, I'm calling him newcomer, Randy Savage. And in the main event, the one and only Ricky the Dragon Steamboat takes on Don Morocco, who he is feuding with right now with Mr. Fuji. So don't miss that. That will be in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. We're getting ever closer. And a huge thank you to all the Patreon patrons who've gone over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media. And patrons get to see these videos up to a week before I release them on the YouTube channel. So if you would like to be a patron, head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media. And a big shout out to all the people who are patrons. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. We'll be back soon with some more Squared Circle. Bye, everybody.